The funding for this video is provided by the amazing members of my Patreon. Also contributions from viewers like you. Thank you. Y'all started from PBS Kids, what you gonna do? Fight me? Anyway, roll the video.
Come on, boys, get loud. 'Cause when the music starts bumping, the whole place will be jumping. It's my scene, my scene. You know what I mean. It's my scene, you know what
Hey y'all, it's Harriyanna and I am back with another video. Hi, hello, my name is Harriyanna and welcome to the pirate ship, also known as Harry Hook's pirate ship. I am the captain, you are not my first mate, and I don't got a first mate because you want to know why I let everyone in on a little secret when they come here. Nobody is worthy of being the first mate. I know I'm not on camera today. I have a video that I actually did do full-on voiceover for that is up currently on my Patreon. If you want to go ahead and watch that early, it's over there. But I wanted to get on here and make a quick video. This most likely is not going to be too long. I didn't want to get up and set up my entire camera equipment and try to fix my hair or some way. I just don't feel well to get on camera. I'm cramping. Okay, what a coincidence. We're talking about this and that time of the month is here. But I did want to get on here and talk a little bit more about Pixar's new film Turning Red, because this was something that I noticed the day of watching the movie, but I did not want to feel like I was contributing to the negative criticism that this film was receiving from straight white men who didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. But this is just something that did irritate me a bit, and I am going to elaborate on it. It's part of the reason why, because I'm uploading this the same day as I uploaded my panty and stocking video. The main reason I made that video public today was because of how I was feeling towards Turning Red. So as y'all know, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have seen Turning Red if you are watching this video. And if you're watching this video thinking I'm gonna shit on the movie, no, absolutely not. I have no problem with Turning Red, but I do have to give it a bit of the side eye when it comes to this movie's diversity off camera. People seem to think that if diversity behind the camera isn't just as important as diversity on camera, and I digress. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. So after Turning Red, the movie, we let the movie play, we let the ending credits play, and then next thing you know, up next on Disney Plus, there was a featurette where it was the behind the scenes of Turning Red, and it was the making of the movie. And while I was watching this making of Turning Red, I noticed one thing in particular. There were barely any black people working behind the scenes of this film, because I know Josh Levi, who voiced one of the Four Town boys, he's black. Jordan Fisher is not all black, okay? Yeah, I think that's like, and I'm pretty sure Tyler, who played the little bully boy in the movie, I'm pretty sure he was half black too. But yeah, let's go ahead and elaborate on that for sure. So I don't know if any of you guys have noticed, but Turning Red is a movie that heavily relied on black culture to advance the story. Now, there was one particular scene in the film that did kind of make me because I noticed Ming, who was Maymay's mom, she said some anti-black stuff about Four Town, because as you know, they're basically a hip-hop group, a pop hip-hop group, black culture, there are black members in the group, and she was being a little anti-black towards them, but she did come around to them in the end. So that didn't really bother me right there because of the way that was handled, because she saw that she was wrong. But I ended up getting this message right here on my Tumblr ads box. It's from an anonymous user, so yeah, the confidentiality is still there. This person said, "Hey Harriyanna, many people are noticing how Turning Red used black culture such as AAVE, beatboxing, and showing how in common Asian communities for Asian children to act black as a form of rebellion. While the movie was amazing, it's good to take notice of this bias since other minority groups tend to exclude black people from their stories, yet use black culture." And I was like, yeah, that's exactly how I was feeling when I was watching this movie. But I was kind of getting frustrated because people always tend to say that I have a problem with everything and that I hate everything, and I really don't. I see I see more issues with diversity. As you guys know, my minor is in African American studies, and part of our curriculum is to notice anti-blackness within the film industry, as people don't really seem to understand how powerful it is. And then I ended up posting a tweet earlier today and about Turning Red's issue when it came to like diversity. I said I love Turning Red so much, but it truly did bother me when I saw how little black people were involved in the making of this film when so much of it features black culture. Like the movie literally had the Cha-Cha Slide and Bootylicious in it, and as we know, Bootylicious is a song by Destiny's Child. Black music right there. And then the Cha-Cha Slide, a dance and a song created by black people that is done universally, okay? And then Tumblr is where I go where I actually want to say truly exactly how I felt about things. So on Tumblr, I bluntly put, I love Turning Red just as much as the next person, but I did have to give the movie the side eye when I watched the behind the scenes of it, because the film relied on black culture so much, and then there were barely any black people involved in the making of it. Also, the people in charge of the songs, Phineas and Billie Eilish, profit off of black culture all the time. So yeah, and I'm gonna be real, I really don't care for Phineas or Billie, because I think Billie makes great music. I think Phineas is very talented. I have my reasons for not caring for them. I'm pretty sure if you guys are familiar with them, you would know why I don't really care too much for Phineas. But I found that kind of annoying because Billie Eilish is talented. Phineas is talented. But when you look at their work, you see that so much of their work is heavily inspired by black culture. Like, even look at the way Billie Eilish used to dress. I know she doesn't dress like that anymore. And I remember one thing about her that really turned me off was when she said she heavily related to Cindy McPherson from the Boondocks. And y'all know Cindy McPherson that spoke in heavy AAVE and pretended like she was from the hood when she really was just a little suburban brat. Okay? And then it also reminded me so much of the ongoing controversy when it comes to K-pop, when people are talking about how K-pop copies black culture. And yes, they do. I don't need any K-pop stans in here trying to defend that. That is actually a proven fact. And y'all are not going to sit here in my comment section thinking that you're going to defend K-pop for being culture vultures, because that's exactly what they are. It's okay. Accept it. And this is coming from somebody that actually listens to K-pop. Don't play with me. But it reminded me so much of this discussion that I had in my last video about panty and stalking, because the last 8 minutes of that video, I'm talking about how there's a lot of anti-blackness within the Asian community. So many black people's first impressions with Asian people come from their own community because they put nail salons in their areas, they put hair salons in their areas sometimes. I mainly just see nail salons. They put beauty supply stores there, and then they also put restaurants in their cities. The most frustrating thing about this is because a lot of these people don't like black people. They're always constantly talking about them in other languages. They're being rude, very nasty. There are restaurants I don't go to no more, and then there are beauty supply stores that I don't go to anymore because the Asian owners and staff were so rude to me, and I just did not appreciate that. It really just frustrated me because Asian people are so quick to make a profit from black people and their culture, but they don't want to respect them in the sense. And a lot of people tend to give Asian people a pass for doing these things because they are not white people at the end of the day. Remember I mentioned in my Handy and Stalking about that scene from Get Out where they had that one Asian man there when they were having the auction that we didn't know was an auction yet? That's why. That is why so many Asian people have so much anti-blackness within them. And they think they get a pass for being anti-black towards black people because they are also oppressed by white people too. And no, we're supposed to be allies here, okay? I think the director and the creators and the writing team behind Turning Red are very great and talented people. They made an amazing movie. They made a very relatable movie at that. As I mentioned, even though I'm not Asian, I am a black woman, grew up as a black girl. I could relate a lot to the things that Mei Mei went through. And I could relate to that relationship that she had with her mother too at that time period. I'm not trying to discredit their hard work on this film, but it is a little hurtful to see that they are contributing to a problem that is extremely ongoing. People tend to ask us why we don't like Awkwafina, and we don't like Awkwafina because she has built her career off of parading around like a black person. She puts on a black scent. She pretends to act like what she thinks black women do. And that is what helped her build her career. That is what helped her get rich. That is what has helped her get jobs. It really didn't, it reminded me so much of what she had done when I saw how little black people were involved in the making of this movie. I love Turning Red just as much as the next person, but it's okay to acknowledge that there are issues within the things you like. Do I hate Turning Red? No. Do I like Turning Red even less? No. I still love the movie. I still think it's great. I still think it's important. And yes, Asian people do need this kind of representation, positive representation within their media. It's kind of annoying how when we do get this good Asian representation, so much of it is copying and using black culture to get pushed out, and it's just a little hurtful at the end of the day as a black woman that is a very big fan of animation. Like, that was something that also bothered me when we saw how little black people worked behind the scenes of the Owl House, and I was like, how you gonna have little black people working behind the scenes of the Owl House but the main character literally is an Afro-Latina girl? I don't get it. Okay, anyway, rant over. That's all I gotta say for this video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to support me and my channel, I have donation links down below. I have a Ko-fi link, I have a Buy Me Coffee link. I also have a Patreon. If you guys want to buy merch at harriyannahook.com, that is my store's website. All my merch is there. I will be adding new things to it soon. Just give me some time. Guys want to support me for free, I have a web series called The Progenies. It's basically a Descendants fan series that we race bent. Another way you want to support me for free, you can just follow me on everything at Harriyanna, HARRIYANNA. Thank you guys for watching and have a good night.
'Cause I work hard to get to this point in my life. I'm blowing up, so don't hate, just congratulate.
Powerpuff Girls will just blow your mind. Buttercup like villains 3 at a time. Bubbles will smile while kicking your butt, and Blossom will lead them out of their rut. Cherish and Powerpuff, 2 of a kind. Both wanna save the world before